Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Convos with Community Swing into Spring edition. We're super pumped, just like that little dog on the slide. Oh, sorry, on the swing. And we just want to dive right in. We'll just give a couple of minutes as people are logging in, but just wanted to say we're super pumped to see you all here and get this conversation going. Again, throughout this presentation, feel free to use the chat, the question and answer feature so that we can be connected to your questions and get the conversation flowing. Awesome. Right. I'm just going to quickly share with you what the agenda for today looks like as we dive in. Julie, did you want to switch to the next slide?
Sorry, I went to slideshow. A little bit of technical difficulties here. I'm seeing the next slide. You're not?
Nope. Now we can.
Now?
Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. So again, welcome to the Swing into Spring edition. What we'll be doing is just a quick round of introductions. We're super excited to see some familiar participants join in, so it's awesome. We'll also be taking you on a quick community tour just to give you a quick recap of the latest and greatest in community. What we'll also be doing is we'll be sharing with you some resources that we've curated, again, with your feedback and continued partnership so that you can stay up to date. Again, follow that updates bookmark discussion so that you can be connected to all those resources. Again, we have tons of opportunities to provide feedback, and we're taking all those actions to really provide to you the best community experience. So find yourself connected to the latest community poll that we'll also be sharing out in this presentation. And then finally, just ways that you can continue to stay connected and provide more feedback to us or just connect. Awesome. Hi, I'm Asim. I'm a community specialist here at D2L and super excited to swing into spring with you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julie. I'm also a fellow community specialist working with Awesome Andrea and Steph on the community team, and just really grateful that you've decided to join us today.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm also a community specialist here at D2L, and I'm excited to show everyone around the community and our latest updates.
Hi, everyone. It's Steph. I'm so glad that you're taking some time to join us this morning. Really, really appreciate your time. And we hope that we get to share all kinds of exciting updates with you. If you have questions, I am manning our Q&A component. We've already had a wonderful warm welcome from some of you. Please keep your thoughts flowing through to us. We'd love to connect.
All right, we are going to just quickly, for some people, recap the community, and maybe for others, it'll be a new exploration into the community. Julie, I'm very going to kindly steal the share screen from you. So we want to welcome everyone to our Brightspace community, and we want to highlight a couple of key areas that are going to be really useful for you in your journey, and we hope can provide you with the resources that you are looking for. So when you come to the homepage of our Brightspace community, you're going to find a couple of things. One is right down here. If you can see my cursor, there's a Take a Community Tour button. So if you're new or if you just need a refresher to the community, you can come here and it's going to lead you to an article that's going to walk you through several destinations in the community, what they're for, and a little bit of like what is currently still in the legacy community and what is in the new community and where you need to go for those. And so beyond that, we also have our nav bar here at the top. So you're going to find documentation all right here. And then you're also going to find our release notes just right there immediately for you to find. And just organized by the month and release. We also have our discussions. This is where you're going to interact with other D2Lers and your colleagues. and people just across industries. Here you can get the latest updates on what's going on. You can ask your questions, get answers. Another really wonderful change that we have in the new community is you have the ability to bookmark threads. So this little tag here that is often sticking out of one of my books on my shelves, if you just click on it, turn orange, and that means that you will now receive updates on that thread whenever somebody posts. So we often recommend people kind of bookmark, for example, the community events thread. I promise I do have it bookmarked on my other account. This is the Andrea is a professor account. So obviously I should bookmark that. So then anytime there is the weekly post letting you all know about that week's events, you're going to immediately get an update. And then of course we have our events section. And so in our events, we're really aiming to just try and get events posted as much in advance as we can so that you can feel excited for what's coming up, and also so that you can plan your schedules, because schedule planning is always a bane of mine too. And so we have our events, and you can RSVP to events. Also, we have group events. So any groups that you're a part of, the public groups will have their events already posted, and then any group you join, you can also find your group events there. And then we also have, leading into that, our community groups. We're always so excited with our community groups. We have kind of some new ones coming up, and we have a lot of groups that are very active right now with a lot of great resources going on. And in these groups, you can come in, you can see what they're about. There's announcements, people posting like wonderful discussions and connections. So yeah, you can just, there's public groups you can join. And then beyond that, we also have, and we recommend, our community corner, just staying connected with us. What is the latest going on in the community? And also past sessions that we've posted information and recordings to. And so that is just a quick overview of our community. And the last thing I want to bring attention is on the majority of these pages, you'll see in the side this quick links widget. And this is going to lead you to anything you've bookmarked, your discussions, but also it's going to lead you to things like the Learning Center or the Product Idea Exchange. And right now, when you go to Pi or the Learning Center, it's going to ask you for your legacy Brightspace community credentials. So you just log in with those credentials for the old community, and you can still get into Pi in the Learning Center just right here from the quick links widget. But we also have more exciting news about that to come. And so just quickly before I kind of like turn this back over to my colleagues, does anyone have any questions about just the Brightspace community and navigating it?
It is a small group today, and I know we have our Q&A component turned on, but we'd love to hear from you all too. So what I'm going to do is actually just make sure that everyone here who's joined us has that ability to come off mute. Please don't be shy. We want it to be a good conversation all together as a community. So you're so welcome to chat with us if you would like to. Please feel no pressure or obligation, but know that we'd love to hear your wonderful voice.
All right, I am going to turn this back over to my colleagues.
Thanks, Andrea.
And yeah.
Oh, this is a lot friendlier to see all of you. Beautiful. Thanks for that brief tour there, Andrea. And you actually set me up beautifully for this segue right into as Andrea was chatting, she was mentioning the quick links widget. And in here, this is like an easy way for you to navigate around to different community spaces that you might want to get to quickly. So the current experience for the ASC homepage, Learning Center, and Product Idea Exchange, as Andrea mentioned, is that you're clicking here, which will bring you to a login page where you'll sign in with your old legacy community credentials. But we have some very exciting news. We are going to be offering a single sign-on experience coming very soon. We're very close to implementing this. What that experience will look like is when you're in the community and you click on one of those spaces, either the ASC homepage, Product Idea Exchange, or Learning Center, you'll be brought directly into those spaces. So only one set of credentials, which is your Brightspace community credentials, required. So we're very excited about this. We definitely want to aim to make your community experience as smooth as possible. We do, to stay updated on when this is happening, what it looks like, and to get connected with some feedback opportunities, because we will absolutely be looking for your feedback about what that experience is like for you. Please bookmark the community updates discussion found in Community Corner. That's where we'll be updating on when SSO goes live, as well as connecting you with those opportunities to provide us that feedback.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrea and Julie, for taking us through that quick tour and also sharing the exciting things that are in the works. But what else we've released is definitely something we've been hearing a lot about, and something that we really wanted to share with you as the community team is the D2L product roadmap. The D2L product roadmap is primarily inspired by you and for you. So we've heard from you through tons of items created, feedback sessions, collaborations, and user research that, how you want the product to evolve. And the product team actually heard you and wants to share back with you what that roadmap looks like. So when you swing into spring for your spring break and you come back in and log into Brightspace, don't be amazed. Don't be caught in shock with all the amazing things that have happened over the summer, because we really wanted to share that out with you so that you can best prepare yourself for all the long-term plans that you're coming back into, be it for the summer or the fall term. So truly, this is that product board that we are hoping to share with you. And if you're looking to stay up to date with all the changes that are coming to the product, do make sure to bookmark the D2L product roadmap discussion, just as shared by Andrea through a quick bookmark button select. I will be sharing the link to that discussion right in the chat. So feel free to hop in, bookmark, so that whenever an update is made over into the product roadmap, you can find yourself connected with in-platform notifications or through email notifications as your preference is set in your community profile settings. I think here we're truly trying to highlight the Brightspace community gamification experience, and we're super pumped to share with you how your participation inside the community will help be incentivized through the ranking and leaderboard, as well as through just getting points. I think my beautiful colleague Andrea is going to be sharing with you how this works, so I'll just ask Andrea to hop on in.
Yeah, thank you so much. Awesome. So the gamification of our community is something that we are very excited about, as we want people to feel involved in the community, and we want just a little bit of reward for people on a multitude of levels. So just a base foundational level that we have beyond the relationship that we try and foster with our users and our community members is we have some fun gamification concepts. So one is, as you participate in the community, we have just little ranks that we've made for people to just kind of show how they've been participating in the community. We also have a gamification article that kind of walks through how you earn points and how you climb ranks, and also what our badges are all about. We have just some very basic badges, but we also have some special badges that we hand out in certain events. And so we just want you to feel a little bit of that excitement and fun as you participate in the community. And we are also working on just tying this gamification to further ways for you to feel like rewarded and engaged with the community. And so we're going to be very excited to share those as they come forward. And for now, we also have ways that we want to hear from you, how you like having your participation seen in the community. So an example for that is like upcoming surveys and partnerships with the Champions program. And yeah, we are just so excited to just celebrate you and your involvement in the community in this way.
Thanks so much, Andrea. It's really exciting. We also wanted to take this opportunity to connect with you, just to communicate back some of the things that we're learning from you most recently. So we wanted to take a moment to just really point out the popular tags that get associated with incoming questions. So what are we seeing come into the community? What types of questions are we seeing high volumes of? So we just really wanted to call out the fact that APIs and quiz related questions are hot topics currently, sort of trending questions, if you will. And the way that we just wanted to share back some exciting things that we're doing to try to support you with those questions and those types of topic workflows. So we have reinvigorated our developers group. So check that out for all of your API types of workflow related questions. Currently, there's a discussion, an active discussion, and it's really just asking for feedback for what you want that group space to be. What types of resources do you hope it will provide? What information do you want to find there? So definitely check it out and feel free to comment there. Because it's really just in development, if you will, not to be too cheesy with the pun. The other types of questions are quiz-related questions. So again, we just really want to be responsive to what types of resources you want to see. So we do have an active poll going right now asking just that. What types of quiz-related resources can we create to help you with those quiz workflows? So you can find this poll actually in Community Corner. And again, we would love for you to tell us so that we can get busy creating those resources that you're telling us are most helpful. In addition to popular tags that we've noticed in the community, we recently just wrapped up a Connect with Community survey. We partnered with the Champions program on this one and had an overwhelming amount of participation, which was really exciting. Super grateful for everyone who connected. So here what we've learned is that you really want to be seeing those customer success podcasts and webinars come into community, as well as those opportunities to connect with product and experts in training. So we are very excited. This is like a brand new hot off the press win that there's now a new knowledge base that gets at just that. So you can now connect with on-demand training videos of recorded customer success content, which is really exciting. We also, our Brightspace guided training webinars are now available in the community. So connect with the events section to see month over month what sessions are being hosted. So you can really connect with an expert live in a live session if that time works for you, or the on-demand resources just at a time that's good for you. So anytime, anywhere.
Thanks, Julie. So we want to continue our convo with community sessions, and truly these are supposed to be truly informal. We just want to chat with you and share with you all the awesome resources that we've been putting together for you and your enablement inside the community. Things that we really wanted to highlight and something that we're super pumped about are customer spotlights. Customer spotlights are awesome opportunities for us to be able to set the stage for you and shine the spotlight on you as you share a resource within the Learning Center. The two very recent customer spotlights that we've hosted through Convo with Community sessions are the Metacognitive Teaching and Learning Strategies course, which is again inside the Learning Center, hosted in partnership with the University College Dublin. This course really takes you through all the different research that has gone behind creating this resource and how Brightspace tools can help enable you to include metacognitive teaching and learning strategies in your online course design. So I would definitely recommend checking that course and participating in tons of discussion opportunities, as well as ways to connect with the creator of the course, who will really hop in and engage with you through those discussion posts. So feel free to check that out. It's, again, a freemium course available with the same path that Andrea had connected you with just prior to get inside the Learning Center. Another really cool one that we are super pumped about, and this just went live as of yesterday, which is the Transforming Feedback with the Video Note tool inside Brightspace in partnership with the University of Windsor. And this partnership, actually, I want to take you through the story of how this happened. It was just because of a tweet that the instructor had put out through Twitter and really mentioned us, saying that I would love to see, more a resource about the Brightspace Video Note tool, because it really transformed the way I teach my courses inside my institution. And we thought, why not? Let's shine that spotlight on him so that he can share with us how he's using the Brightspace Video Note tool to provide that feedback and to provide assignment instructions. We've hosted a Convo with Community event session, a Twitter takeover, as well as a resource, which is now live inside the Brightspace Learning Center, and you will find yourself connected into that course using the training KB in the community. What we want to do is continue that events with the feedback that Julie just mentioned about you really want those Convo with Community sessions. That's what we've heard through the D12 Champions survey, and we want to continue to deliver on that. So make sure that you're registering with the registering for our Global Accessibility Awareness Day that's coming up, and with all these customer spotlights, you're going to be able to upskill. That was a shameless plug for our next event, which is the Upskill with Community. That's also posted right now inside the event section inside the community. So again, RSVP, register, and really create that spot in your calendar, if that's something that you can, to hop on in this call and really get this conversation going. We'll be sharing tons of awesome resources yet again in those presentations, but fret not if you're not able to connect with us live or aren't able to log on in during that time. We also have the on-demand recordings available inside the community corner so that you can find yourself connected to recordings of these sessions, as well as with any leave behind resources that we've promised that we'll deliver to you through that article page. Again, we really appreciate you taking the time to hop onto this call, but in case you do see an event that might be of relevance or just of interest to your colleagues, feel free to share that out in your institutions as well, because we really want more people to just hop on in and get this conversation going. The more, the merrier.
Thanks so much, Awesome. That's very true. Very true. We also wanted to just give you a little bit of a sneak peek about what's to come. So what are we working on? What's in the works right now? We are very excited about a couple new Learning Center resources that we are currently in progress. One is based on the rollover process. So that's what we're referring to it as right now. If there's a better term for it, we'd love to hear from you. But essentially, this content was inspired by client feedback that when you're changing over your Brightspace instance from one term or semester to another, it can be really tricky and you don't always know sort of what steps to take in what order. So this course is really aiming at that process. We want to make it as helpful and as easy to access for you as possible. So that one is in the works. If you have feedback or tips and tricks, we would love to hear to be able to incorporate that. So please reach out. We're also, based on the overwhelming excitement for our instructional design escape room that we've hosted in the past, we are working to bring more gamified experiences to the Learning Center. So there are a few in the works there that we're really excited about. So please stay tuned. We'll be updating you and promoting it everywhere we can to let you connect so that you can just continue to learn about how to gamify the Brightspace instance. We also have a couple new groups coming. So the Creator Plus group is actually just brand new in the community. Stay tuned there for lots of exciting content to come very shortly. And an associations group as well. So we're still developing this one. However, this was completely inspired by client feedback. We've heard from some folks that they want opportunities and spaces to be able to connect with other folks who identify as being part of an organization or a nonprofit organization. So this associations group is really going to be that space so that they can share resources, tips and tricks, as well as just sort of like best practices for using Brightspace in that instance. And then, of course, we would love for you to follow us at our @BrightspaceHelp Twitter channel. Here we do promote daily. We're putting out tweets all the time just to promote the resources that are available, to really try to enable you in your role, whatever that may be. And also something we're excited about is a special Twitter takeover accessibility edition coming soon. So that'll be happening on our channel from May 15th to 19th, as one of the ways that the community team will be helping to celebrate Global Accessibility Day. So stay tuned for those things.
And as always, we want to hear from you. We love hearing from our community members and how your voices really help us shape the community in much better and inclusive ways that we are so grateful for. So one of the ways that you can stay connected with community is asking a question in the community. By all means, we want you to be able to reach out and be connected with colleagues, people across industries, and D2Lers. And product experts. We also have our community FAQ for any common questions you have, say anything about the ASC homepage, PI, the Learning Center, or even just understanding new portions of the community. We also have a community updates thread that you can find in our community corner. And this little screenshot just kind of covers where in the nav bar you can find it. Just go to resources, and under resources, you'll find community corner. And there we have the community updates and the community events threads that you can bookmark. And that way you will receive email notifications or in-platform notifications, or both, to get any updates that we're posting there. And as always, you can email us at brightspacecommunity@d2l.com, or you can connect with us on Twitter at brightspacehelp.
During this time, if you'll see, you'll have a pop-up on your Zoom window just to provide a quick feedback for how you thought the session went, just so that we can continue to provide to you content that really will make the most value for your time, as well as help us keep these conversations interesting. So do provide us that feedback. We're continually looking to improve. And at this time, I'll also just like to keep the stage open. We're done with our formal agenda, but now is the time for our truly conversational time. If you have any questions that you would like to talk about in the chat, or even by just like quickly unmuting and hopping on the call with us here right now, feel free to do that. And again, we really appreciate you joining in this conversation and keeping it interesting and inspiring us to keep improving the community experience for you.
There are lots of things we can chat about, but I really love that question that Julie kind of posed to the crew a little bit earlier. And Erin, Deb, Amanda, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you have thoughts in the chat, or you can come off mute, how do you refer to that experience of wrapping up one course and then documenting the conclusion of the course experience? Do you use that term rollover for folks at your places of teaching and learning, or do you tend to use something like end of semester processes, or maybe end of term checklist, things like that. I worry sometimes that rollover might be a specifically D2L used term, and I hope that it will be helpful for folks when they're looking for something that is kind of like an end of semester checklist.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Deb.
it's so
We
nice
are
to meet you.
we are literally just signing our contract with D2L.
We're so glad you're
So
here.
I am the LMS administrator for my university. And so I'm doing all the trainings I can get my hands on. Although I'm in Indiana, I am a Canadian. So it's kind of neat that it's a Canadian company. I would say to you, I know what you're saying when you say rollover. When we're working with faculty, we put out an email at the end of the semester and give them a list of things that we want them to do at the semester end. So we kind of refer to it that way, or the end of term. We have Blackboard right now. And what we ask them to do is to archive their courses and archive their grades. And maintain it on their own system. And I'm thinking we're going to do the same thing with D2L.
Thank you so much for being brave and introducing yourself to a group of strangers, but we hope we won't be for very long. It's really nice to meet you. I think that's so important, just to hear from lots of different perspectives about whether that term rollover is kind of used with your crew as well as ours. So I really appreciate your chatting about that. If you do have questions as you're kind of learning more about Brightspace, we hope that you won't be a stranger in our community space too. We try to make sure that everyone's getting an answer pretty quickly, and that we're connecting you with lots of resources. And if you find at any time that there's something that's kind of missing, or you have an idea for something new that we could be adding to community to make it easier to get started, we'd love to hear your feedback, and we will work to make that better.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Well, what an exciting group. Dennis, can I make trouble for you too, friend? If you would feel comfortable even to put it in the chat, I just was curious too if you've noticed folks using that term rollover, or if you find that it's often things like end of semester checklist or other kinds of terms like that.
Stephanie.
I'm not too familiar. I haven't worked with many clients. I am a D2L staff member that popped in to learn a little bit more, but I haven't heard that term too much.
Yeah.
So it's new to me as well.
Yeah.
This has been a great session so far, and thank you for hosting.
No, I'm so grateful for you coming by and giving us your thoughts too. Do you sometimes hear that term more commonly, like an end of semester checklist or end of term checklist, when folks are trying to learn more about the steps to document the results of a course offering?
Yeah, I think that's where I would hear it as well. Yeah, I think you hit that on the head.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you so much for chiming in there and letting us know your thoughts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We hope you won't all be strangers. It has been so nice to have this opportunity to connect with everyone. It certainly won't be the last. If you are at this event, then it's a good indicator that you're finding your way to our events component in community. We're keeping that space really fresh, posting new things all the time. And you may also have noticed that Andrea has been posting every week about all of the events that are upcoming over the week in our community corner events discussion. So it's actually, I know we chatted about this earlier, but it really is a great one to follow, just so that you get those email notifications letting you know about upcoming events of different kinds that are happening across community. It's been our real pleasure to swing into spring with all of you, and we're so excited to connect at our next event soon. Thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you.
Bye, Dad. Welcome.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Everyone.